I start with a 3-inch length of 20 gauge half hard wire. If working in metric, 76 mm of 0.8 mm half hard wire. Find the halfway point of the wire. At the halfway mark, bend the wire to a 90-degree angle. I am using the largest setting on my bail making pliers, which is 8 mm in diameter. Bend the ends of the wire inwards. Use the tips of round nose pliers to bend the wire ends into small loops. I am using a cut-off of thin weaving wire to wrap together the small loops. Start with the weaving wire between the wires where the loops meet. Wrap 3 times around the wires where they meet. Finish with the weaving wire between the wires. Remove the excess weaving wires. I am simply rotating the wire until it breaks off between the 0.8 mm wires. This is another length of 20 gauge or 0.8 mm half hard wire. This piece is 6 inches or 154 mm. Find the halfway point of the wire. Bring the ends of the wire together and cross them over. Pull the ends apart until you have formed a small loop with the halfway mark sitting in the top middle of the loop. This is a 40-inch length of 28 gauge wire. In metric, approximately 102 centimeters of 0.3 millimeter wire. Measure 15 inches or 38 centimeters from one end of the wire. At this point, wrap the wire around the wire at the base of the loop. Take one end of the 0.3 mm wire and wrap it 8 times around the base wire to the side of the loop. Flip the wires and repeat from the other end. The wrap should end where the wires touch. If they don't, add a few more wraps. Hold the pieces so that the centres line up. Wrap twice around both wires. Wrap twice around just the outer wire. Flip the wires and repeat on the other side. Starting from the side with the shorter length of 0.3 mm wire, continue wrapping the wires together using the same weaving pattern, bending the outer wire to follow the inner wire. When reaching the point of the heart, bend the wire downwards. Repeat the process on the other side. Wrap these two wires together using the same weaving pattern. I have wrapped for 5/8 of an inch. One and a half centimeters in metric. I am removing the tail from the beginning of the 0.3mm wire. Bend the top wire upwards. Mark the bottom wire 1/4 of an inch from the end of the weaving. 7mm in metric. Bend the wire at the mark. Squeeze the wires into a tight bend. Bend this wire upwards where it meets the other wire. Continue weaving the wires to the bottom of the key. Trim both wires to 1/4 of an inch. Use the tips of round nose pliers to bend the wire ends into small loops. I am adding this center drilled heart-shaped bead. Take a short length of 32 gauge or 0.2mm wire. This piece is 5 inches or 13 centimeters. Thread the wire through the gap in the weaving below the point of the heart. Pull the wire through halfway and then thread it through again. Thread both ends of the wire through the bead. Separate the wires and wrap each wire a couple of times around the small loops. Thread both wires back through the bead. Thread both wires through the gap below the point of the heart. I finish by carefully threading the wires between the two base wires of the heart. twist the wire to break it off between the base wires. On this key I am adding this top drilled crystal heart. I am using a cut-off of 0.8mm wire to make a 6mm jump ring to attach the heart to the key. Experiment with different beads. On this key I am using a hematite heart. Thank you for watching. Please join me for my next video.